Anxiety, it freaks me out, it's driving me, it creeps me out, inside of me, can you peek me out, I'm glowing.
Hey guys, this is Brian with BAM, Being Anxious Ain't Just Me, and today we want to talk about shame. So, what is shame? Shame, according to the Webster Dictionary, is any feeling that gives us guilt, regret, or any shamefulness, right? And this is a very touchy subject because I went through a lot of shame through my high school career. And basically what I want to focus is on this definition that Olivia Fox Cabane had on her book, The Charisma Myth. And it's a highly recommended book if you ever wanted to get rid of your anxiety and become a very charismatic person. So what does she say about shame? What is shame? Shame is anything that has to do with this feeling of you don't belong, you're unworthy of love, or you just are unloved in general. And, that's a shame in itself. And during these developmental stages, we're trying to figure out who we are. And this is very crucial and is very important because during this time, we're trying to figure out who we are, and this actually facilitates our learning and our cognitive development throughout our entire lives. So what can we do about this, right? So we have different methods, and one, probably the most important thing is self-love. You got to wake up in the morning and actually look at that person. If you're autistic, if you have, some craziness, if you have some handicap tendencies, love that process. You got to love the process that you're going through, and don't worry about everybody else. You got to worry about yourself. You are your own person. You got to love that person when you wake up, when you come back from work, from school, when you go to sleep, before you brush your teeth, or after you brush your teeth. So stop being shameful, Stop being shameful that you like that girl in your class, because I know I did. I had that problem all my life. And honestly, just because of that, I would actually make a video on that, on how to survive high school. And that'll be on a different episode. But also, don't be shameful of, your hobbies or your tendencies because you're abnormal or not the norm, because everybody wants to follow the norm and they want to do the status quo and the thing that's consistent at all times. And don't do that. Why? Because everybody wants to be normal, but what is normal? No one really knows. We're abnormal. There's some uncertainty and absurdity to life, and sometimes you just gotta actually accept that. You have to have some acceptance of it, and that's another thing that you have to learn from it. So once you self-love, you're accepting yourself. Now, another thing is questioning why. Why am I feeling this way? Why do I like this person? Why am I trying to pleasing this person? Why do I like that girl? Why do I love you? Or why do I even try to wake up in the morning? Some people just can't even do that. Some people are very, selfish to themselves. They don't want to share themselves. Some people are very selflessness, and they still have shame. And it's a shame in itself. So you go through your life, trying to figure out who you are, and it's a life journey, and you should always enjoy it. But with this shame, you're never fulfilled. You always feel like something's holding you back, like you're never really true to yourself. You have to enjoy this process. This is something that you always will have, in the back of your mind is that critic. You have an ego, we have a critic, and, this shamefulness, stops us from actually reaching our goals. We wake up in the morning and we can't even do what we really want to do because we feel like someone's going to judge us. And actually the biggest judgment that we have is of ourselves. It's not really from other people, because what the Quran really says is don't worry about what other people say. Don't worry about what other people think, right? And, just like the Bible says, why do you see the speck in your brother's eye and not at the log in yours? You got to follow a lot of these philosophies. And that's where the questioning comes back in. Philosopher's question, teacher's question. And you should, definitely question your teachers. Even the Buddha said, question me. And you should question me. Feel free. Write your comments down if you have any questions about life or any way that you can feel less anxiety. Feel free. I have a ton of experience working on myself, and I would love to actually, explore different topics, as well as different things that I can learn myself, because I'm always trying to learn. So, alright guys, I'm out and about what I just talked about. Peace.